Stay right there. 3, 2. Woo!
Jordan Nicholson will do what it takes to get the shot. It's about much more than composing an incredible image. Each click of the camera is infused with joy.
I feel special getting to shoot with Jordan. It's an honor because he does such great work and he shot so many people and I admire.
Hip-hop stars Blimes, Brixton, and Gifted Gab are fans.
His talent speaks for itself, but it's even cooler when you meet somebody who's so humble and just so nice and loving. He's an open arms kind of guy.
I'm sure he has a wall at home or somewhere of all the photos he's taken of people, and we just want to be on that wall, you know?
He's captured images of some of the most celebrated artists of our time.
I've shot Lizzo, Pharrell, Kanye, Drake. It's almost so many that I'm like, huh? It's too many.
But you won't see any of his famous photos displayed in his home. It's decorated with something else entirely.
Whenever I have something that I want to like remind myself of, I'll just write it down and yeah, and then now I have a bunch of these.
Keep going, keep faith, attack the day, clock is ticking. What it reminds me of is your Instagram account, Jordan Loves Life.
My photos and my captions and whatever is just sort of a reflection of who I am, and I guess that's a positive dude. I don't know.
There's an ease and elegance to Jordan's work, which also conveys emotion and energy. From snaps of his family and friends, to travel adventures, to self-portraits.
When I look at my Instagram, it's not really like, oh, here's my photography. It's like, this is my life that's happening.
He grew up right here.
My mom is Chinese, but born in Malaysia. And my dad's African-American, and he's from Texas. And so they met in Seattle. And like a year later, they were married, so.
He was born with a rare genetic disorder called TAR syndrome.
I'm basically missing my radius bone, and I think one other, but it's thrombocytopenia absent radius syndrome is the full name. It's just sort of a random happening, but this is how I was born. Missing, I don't know, like half my arms, I guess, but I don't know, it's part of me, and I like me, so. I think from a very young age, my mom taught me kind of like mind over matter. It's not, just sort of this idea that your mind is very powerful and your perception of the situation is the situation. I never expected life to go easy on me, and I think a big part of that was just, my family being like, you know what, you're normal. I mean, you're not, but you are, so you got this.
He studied art at UW, always doing photography on the side.
I worked with Macklemore quite a bit when he was just sort of coming to prominence. I have photos of him him and Ryan Lewis when they were first performing together just for a couple hundred people, and fast track to today, and he's performing for 20, 30,000 people all around the world.
Jordan creates and sometimes skates in his home studio.
You're so crazy.
Everywhere you look, you see butterflies. But even today, it's tough to talk about the reason why.
Long story short, I was leaving from a party and basically gunshots broke out, and basically my friend Sherry ended up getting hit.
The smile simply glowed on Sherry Soth, a 21-year-old Seattle woman who was gunned down this weekend at a house party in Rainier Beach.
She was 5-10 inches away from me when we were walking out, so I could have just as easily been hit. I got through that, and in a way, I'm trying to live enough life for the two of us.
So positive by nature, Jordan struggled to make sense of what happened.
It just sent me into kind of a dark spot.
He surrounds himself with butterflies to remember his strength.
Butterflies, they literally liquefy, you actually have to go through this almost very painful process of becoming a new version of yourself. Cool. I feel I've experienced what inauthenticity feels like, and it can really twist you up. No matter what, I can't not put out what I'm actually feeling.
That experience is an undercurrent that runs through everything Jordan does.
I think that before you can share and extend love to the people around you, you really have to have love for yourself.
His story is a series of connections, like the one he made with music phenom Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell forever has been just like a hero of mine. So he designed a collection of clothing for Adidas. I saw this jacket actually from the collection.
In a twist of fate, the company put a call out for artists to show them their artwork, inspired by the line.
At that point, I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy this jacket, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna take a photo of myself in it, and then I'm gonna draw all these doodles over that picture.
Then some life-changing news. He won the contest.
It just was one of the craziest, like, I don't know, 72 hours of my life. And I went down and I got to hang out with Pharrell.
Their time together had a big influence on him.
Pharrell, as amazing as he is and talented, you know, I was like, wow, you know, this person is a human being too. I think we always think so smallly of ourselves, and I don't think we should do that.
Jordan Nicholson looks at the world through his own lens, and despite everything, what he sees is beautiful.
Be yourself, love people, follow your dreams. I think those are generally the ideas that I want to live out and express to the world.
Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.